The dreaded hallway filter. This is to your air conditioning and heating system. Now, why is this one such a big hassle? That's because I need to haul in a big old huge tall ladder because it's not an 8-foot ceiling. But I've got to get this taken care of. And if you notice, this one looks a little different than some. This one's got little pleats in the filter. You see all those? Those are pleats. This filter costs a little bit more than normal ones. And here's the filter that I'm going to use to replace it with. Okay. Now these run maybe $14 to $16 or so. And you can get real cheap filters for $2 or $3 depending what size you need. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to go up there and replace it. Now most people should know how to replace this, but the reason why I'm showing you this is because you may not know how to get this thing down. See that little clip right there? There's 3 of those, and you've got to lift those up before this thing hinges and swivels down. Maybe that's why you're always afraid of it. Let me get up there and see if I can get this one down. Now see these little clips, they're going to slide one way or another, and these particular ones swivel down this way. So you've got to swivel it down like that. And if you can't get it all the way, if it's been up there for a long time, you may have to take a little screwdriver, wedge it in there, and kind of use that as a little pry bar to get it down. Okay? All right, now this thing's going to swivel down. You're going to have to kind of hang on to it and swivel her on down. Now I guess I might have to rearrange the camera so that you can see what I'm doing. Now this one here doesn't look that bad, but I can see that's in need of replacement, and I'm going to go ahead and replace it. Let's take a closer look and see how dirty it actually is. Now see, obviously you can tell the dirty filter is on the left, the clean one's on the right. Now can you reuse these? No, these are not washable filters. And you might also notice something else. Let me get this in a little bit closer. Let's see. Do you see the one on the right's got little pieces of wire on it and the one on the left doesn't? Now what's going on with that? Well, these particular ones have wire on one side. If I flip this around, you see this one does in fact have wire on it too. Okay, and all filters, you just take a look on them somewhere and there's going to be an arrow on them that says which way you want to install it. And when I take a look at this arrow is coming up this way. So that means that the fresh air is going to come in this direction and go up. Okay, you take a look on it. Over here, the arrow's going that way, so you know this side over here is going to be facing up, and that looks like the wire side. That kind of helps protect this all, kind of keeps it all together, and that's on the back side. Okay, so I know when I put this one up, I'm going to take it just like that and raise it straight up like that. You know, that's pretty much it. Now it's really not that hard. If you don't know what size your filter is, you're going to have to go up there and measure it and take a look at it and get the right one at the hardware store. Okay, so I'm going to rearrange this camera on the other side and see what we can do about getting this up there. It only takes a few minutes, and this is a good thing to do every 6 months. You know, right at the start of winter, you probably want to do that, and right at the start of summer, you'd want to do that. That's what the recommendation is. And you could do it maybe once a year, but it just kind of depends how dirty your air is in your home or your surroundings outside, whatever. And that's when you're supposed to replace them. little groove there, a little notch, and you should be able to see where this goes. And I've got the wire here, and I remember the wire needs to be facing up. I'm just going to kind of wedge it up in there, and you know what? Look at that. This doesn't fit exactly up in the hole, does it? Now this was probably a size filter that they got that it was the closest one that would fit up in here, so that's why they got it. Now what are we going to do about that? Most times you're going to measure this opening and you're going to see what it is, or if you got an old filter, you pull that down and read that and see what size it is. But in this case, we're going to leave that like that. We're going to hold that up there, lift this back up into place, and swivel it closed. And that's how we're going to do that. Now it's right here on the bottom of that. If we had one that fit right up in there, it would have fit a little bit up higher, but that's setting right down on the bottom of that that metal grill. That's okay. That's just how it's going to have to be. Now if you want, when you get all done, you can look on your vent grill, and if it's really dusty, you want to wipe that off. You take a rag, and it's going to take you a little bit of time to wipe that off. And you know, if you don't have a rag like that, if you got a paintbrush, you can use a paintbrush. I see all kinds of stuff coming off of here. When you get done with the paintbrush, you get ready to throw it away, keep it, and you can use it for a broom, for all kinds of stuff. That's looking way better. I know that really wasn't part of the project to clean that off, but you might as well make it look all nice and pretty when you get done. Leave things in a nicer condition than when you first saw it. There's a tip for you. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.